Okay, so yeah, I got some hate mail saying that my portfolio is shit, and I agree, it's pretty shitty. I think when I did it, it was pretty cool. I thought it was pretty cool, and it got me a bunch of jobs. But yeah, I think now I can say that it's shit, and like I guess that I just wanted to use that as an opportunity to actually come and show you how I will critique a portfolio, and I'm just gonna use my own portfolio. And I need to make it a little bit more productive as I'm talking. I'm just gonna explain when I designed it, what I was thinking, and whether or not I like it presently or not. And maybe if I'm inspired, I can tell you what would I do different today. But yeah, all right. So first of all, let's start with the intro of the website, right? So when you go into the website, there's this cube spinning. When I did that, I thought it was super cool animation to just like while I was loading all the assets, I think that was cool. I still like it. I will come up with a different animation maybe today, but I like the concept. I don't see a problem with that. First, image, there's a hero section with a character, some text, some stuff. Um, I mean, the character is pretty cool. I think the thing about the character was this stupid thing that supposedly I'm like meditating about the things that I know about, so like, oh, JavaScript and like system design and like programming and yeah, whatever. So kind of stupid, but I like it. I think the animation is pretty cool. The text, yeah, fuck the text. I hate the text. It's kind of like weird and it doesn't have a good pattern between the top and the bottom text. Um, if I was gonna do something different today, I would probably pick something a little bit more eclectic, more artistic, not like this plain Helvetica, Arial, or whatever that font is. So yeah, I don't particularly like this. It is what it is. The logo is, I mean, the logo is the logo. I think the meaning of the logo is so okay. It's like who is one, right? Actually, like so here's who is one, right? And the thing about the logo, for those of you who are programmers or like code, there's these things called arrays, and then it's like an object in programming where you can store things. So there can be arrays of one object, or like even uh, arrays of no objects, arrays of zero, right? But yeah, I think the thing here was showing like an array of one. So who is one? I don't know. Stupid shit. Let's see. So I guess the last thing about this is the animation behind. I think that animation is cool. I think that those particles kind of help the white to not be too striking, which I like. So that's something that I will definitely reconsider if I was building this website again today. The portfolio section, dude, yeah, whatever. This section sucks. The projects I don't like. The way that I showcase the things, it's kind of horrible. This icon is huge. This modal doesn't make sense. The texts are whatever. I don't like them. Some of them have like some case studies, and like, oh, cool, you can go here, and like this presentation is shit. I mean, like just generally, I don't like it. But there's some cool stuff about it. So for instance, there's these little things that I don't think everyone discovers this when they come to this website. But if you hover over these, it kind of tells you like in what capacity did I contribute to these things. So it's kind of cool because once you learn that, you're like, oh, wait, this guy has done shit. He knows his shit. He has like being like through the whole stack, which is basically what I was trying to showcase here. But yeah, the projects are pretty shitty. I mean, I have built way cooler stuff than what I have here for sure. And I just don't have time to update these. And I don't want to update these, honestly. Other work, you know what? Like, other work's actually cool because I show here things that I thought didn't deserve, a space in my main projects. But the cool stuff is here. So I have the Instaback thing, which is when I got viral by helping people get their classic Insta icon back. H inside, I don't know. You just like this was crazy. I don't even want to talk about this one. You should just go to that website and you'll get the context. But yeah, I got viral with this one too. Um, the last egg. This is an amazing game that we built when I was in Carnegie Mellon. That game's insane. I'm so proud of these. I can't believe that we didn't manage to make this something bigger than, than what it was, because it's really, really, really cool. I love that game. Yeah, so like and other stuff, so like it's fine, it's whatever. I like the other work perhaps a bit more than what I have in feature work. I can't say the same thing about the design research and exploration. I think there's super cool stuff here. I kind of cringe at the artifacts nowadays because they kind of like outdated. The thoughts are pretty good. I'm proud of those thoughts. I like those. I will perhaps also consider putting those above many of the things that I have here. But whatever. I mean, something that I will tell you about portfolios is that with portfolios, you kind of like try to yeah, you cannot try to show like what you think it's your best work, even though it might not be your best work. You know what I'm saying? So you're just trying to show like, oh, dude, I'm cool. I work at Amazon. Like, oh, I build like something that like has a bunch of users. You're just posting, right? So like that's what a portfolio is, and then I did that to the best of my ability, but yeah, it's not the work that I'm most proud of. That's for sure. Design process, bro. This is so much bullshit. I mean, those of you who know what I talk about and what I say know that like, yes, I have some kind of process that it's internal and it's very intuitive and it's based on things that make sense, like the jobs to be done theory or framework. But yeah, just don't pay attention to this bullshit. I wouldn't do that again. It doesn't help anyone. I don't think like maybe this convince someone. I mean, I have heard people telling me, "Oh, it's so cool that you have the jobs to be done thing in your portfolio," because I like to thinking jobs to be done, and I'm like, cool. I mean, it served the purpose, But for the most part, I think this is just trying to flex some process that I don't believe exists. I think like bro, you just work. These jobs is you just go work and you figure out shit, and it's as simple as that. There's not too much science to this. It's about building stuff, shipping stuff. That's it. That's the job. So, yeah, I don't pay too much attention to all this bullshit. The article that I wrote for Minded Product, that's cool. That's a cool article. It's very processy, but yeah, there's some cool talks there. So it's okay that I put that there. I also like the combination with the colors here and everything. Again, the typography is not what I like or what I would choose right now, but it's fine. In this context, it doesn't look that bad. Articles and press mentions and awards and recognitions. I mean, truth be told, this is just flexing, like flexing that like I have gotten viral, that people have written some articles about me, that I won some like stupid awards that like have no value at all. Whatever. Again, like portfolios are mostly about showing that you are capable of doing shit, and I am trying to show here what I'm capable of. And I mean, take it or leave it. That's the reality of a portfolio. And I think that this part kind of cements the idea that I'm a productive person that is passionate about this. Very very bluntly put, that's what it is. The about whatever, I mean, I guess that it's just like it's outdated. It's just Facebook and whatever. It's fine. Again, typography something probably makes more sense at this point. Just go there and see what's going on. And then this section of getting in touch, I think it's cool that I created an option to contact me via Facebook Messenger. There's also the send note via email. This is how I get the hate mail. But yeah, I mean, this is what it is. The portfolio is not that complex. Yeah, I mean, I'm mostly unhappy with this portfolio because of the projects that I have there, because of all these treatment and these icons. I don't know. Like, truly, I don't like this format to present the work anymore. I've talked about these in past. So it shouldn't be a surprise that I'm essentially completely done with the concept. But yeah, I mean, this is a portfolio. If I was gonna critique someone's portfolio for real, like not mine, because I'm probably the hardest judge of my own work. And if I was gonna judge this as someone else's, yeah, I think I would be critiquing mostly like the visual choices, the color palette, the typography, and yeah, maybe some of the projects I will present them differently. But that's it, dude. All right, I hope that was helpful. I'll see you guys in another one hopefully soon. All right. How do I stop these?